Alright, YouTubers, this is the update I know everybody's been waiting for. I've learned a lot with the Praying Mantis, and I actually purchased another egg sac and grew some, waited for those to hatch and came out. That's what's in these containers are the newer ones. The ones from the previous video, only one survived. The other ones had, I guess you call molting incidents, as they couldn't fully molt properly and they get stuck, and I'll explain it to you in a second. I have one that happened to do that too. It's hard to see, but he has a problem also. He had partly his left arm didn't get all the way out of it, and the back of his leg is still part of his leftover exoskeleton there. But actually, I recommend don't doing this, but I actually had to use an X-Acto knife to cut away some of the dead skin so he could actually try to survive. And I got lucky. I did it before on another one. It didn't work too well, and I felt kind of bad about it. But he was a lot younger. This one's actually a little bit older. He's actually doing pretty well. He actually ate with one arm. I couldn't believe it. He caught one with his one arm. I'm sorry the picture ain't quality ain't all that great, but see if I can take the top off for a second. This one, I was just surprised how well he's adapted. It's just, I think he's probably going to wait to his next molting, and then he'll get back his function of some of his limbs. I put some of the screen in here because it gives him something to grab onto. It does kind of help. I'll show you that too, also with the bigger one. Some of these covers are just junky. As you can see him down there, yeah, he's there's little bugs floating around there, but they're sorry. Well, one of his legs in the back has still got stuff attached to it, but he's still getting around doing some stuff. Oh, keep the bugs from getting out. These other guys are growing quite fast. This one's getting really big and got lots of bugs in there. He's doing well. They're aggressive. Actually, this other batch have been pretty aggressive. This one's gotten really big. This one likes to jump around, which is pretty funny. So, but see, there's water in there. That's actually kind of a little bit of moisture. They like the humidity. I had to buy a new spray bottle because the other one wasn't spraying as much. But you want a fine mist, but not too much. Even though they eat the bugs, they still got to have the moisture. They got to have it. I found that out as babies, when they first come out. You spray the inside or wherever you're keeping them, and they'll immediately start drinking. I mean, water's a big thing. I've finally realized that. So they need the water. Because I had some other eggs, and I let them release, and those eggs hatched, and there was just lots of them. This is the culture of from Petco. These are the containers I made. Well, the containers I didn't make. I made the culture down here, which is actually a mashed potatoes mix. Which is, I found that out because it smells just like it. These are the small fruit flies I got from Petco online, and they're real small. I mean, they're really small, and these work for the babies. I found out, so the babies will eat these. Yeah, we'll eat them. Now, these are the bigger ones. These are actually a little bit bigger fruit flies. There's two different kinds. I got this at the Petco store itself, and these were different. They come in at home. Come in a different vial. This vial is no longer used, but it comes in a vial like this. This is the bigger ones that they came in. Here's the packaging for the bigger ones. Well, actually, yeah, this is for the bigger fruit flies. You can buy at Petco. They actually have them in the store. They look like that. They come in that, and this is the one from Petco online. And these are the different kind of fruit flies. They're smaller. So, other than that, I'll show you the big guy. Well, her actually, because if you count their body. Here, let me put this down for a second. I had to double screen it because the bugs like to walk out. Now, I bet you are going to be amazed to see how big she's gotten. She's gotten quite big. And she's beautiful. She's gotten, some of the bugs will get out, but it's no big deal. She's a lot of fun. She's a big girl. She's very beautiful, and she's playful, and I'm sorry my video is not the world's greatest, but she's trying to grab the video camera. But she's doing quite well. When she eats the bigger fruit flies, boy, she just takes them all in. It don't take long. She's trying to get you. She's trying to say hi. But anyways, I put her in a bigger cage because when she starts they get this big. I'm gonna put her back in here. When they start getting that big, they're gonna need the netting. The netting I use here. Alright, I'll put this back over. Oh great, all the bugs are getting out. I use this netting you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot. I doubled it up. The flies are getting out, but that's okay. Then it won't last long, so I can't fly. But I got this container because I need a little bit bigger space. But as you can see, they love to hang upside down. So I found out when she was doing her last molting, she had an issue trying to get out of her old skin. So I was like, wait a minute. So once I put this in there and she got a chance to get attached to this top, it was easier for her to get out. So you got to keep that in mind. I put a piece in here because this one's handicapped, and supposedly this helps them get around still. So I put that one in there. But usually in these other containers you don't have to. They're doing quite fine in here. But if they're having big issues, that's where I jump in and do something. But just watch them. I watch them every day. Other than that, I think I didn't miss anything else. These guys are growing a lot bigger, but when I have a cage for them to get when they get even bigger. So I'm just waiting on these other guys to get a little bit bigger. But you don't really have to catch the flies outside like I mentioned in the old videos. You can get this culture fruit fly. These are really small. I mean, you can see right here. These fruit flies are really small, almost like ants. I saw some videos someone was giving them ants. I don't know if I would do that because they'd kind of bite at them or something like that. Because they're in the stage when they do molt, and you have them in the container, and they just came out of their exoskeleton. Leave them alone. Don't feed them. You have to give them like 6-7 hours. Just let them relax. Let their body get darker. And then you can feed them and add some water. You can probably add a little bit of water in there, but don't really mess with them when they're trying to their skin to harden. That's something I learned too. But I'm pretty surprised how well this guy's actually kind of, I guess handicapped. They adapt. It's so amazing how he's adapt. So I mean, it was pretty funny. He just held that bug against the ground and ate him. So other than that, well, I'll keep you all updated. That's what's going on so far. So I think what was it, on the 4th? I think he was, what was that, that wasn't June, that was May. So the one down here was in May, and then these guys are in June, or actually late May. These guys came, and she came early May. So they did pretty well. So I'll keep you up to date with some more info. Alright, thank you.